This will be a walkthrough of the California Girl Blender file. So go ahead and open your file up, and before you get started, go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and Install the included plugins. So if you go to this Blender Add-ons folder, AutoRig Pro Plugins, install these two plugins. The rigtools.zip, don't unzip it, just install it the way it is, and the Proxy Picker. And if you install, I already have them installed, so I won't install them again, but you would click here, then install. But once you've got those installed, you can see them here, AUTO. So here's the AutoRig Pro Tools, which is the free version of the AutoRig Pro plugin. So this way, anybody who hasn't bought it can still use the rig features. And the picker, the Proxy Picker, allows you to use this Gui Picker. So get those installed, and then you'll be ready to use these files. Here is the California Girl model in her lifeguard outfit from Venice Beach, California. This over here is her Gui Picker. So with this Gui Picker, if you go into pose mode, it makes it easier to pick parts of the model. So for example, if I wanted to pick one piece of the eyebrow, it's, oh, I'm picking the eye instead. It's hard to get it. With this one, with the picker, you can just pick the part you want, and then you can move it to animate it or whatever you want to do. The Gui Picker, you want to zoom in with the mouse or hold shift and drag with the mouse, so this is always flat. If you mess up by just moving it with the mouse cursor, it gets all crazy. And if you try and zoom in, you can't see it, so it's kind of confusing. So if you go into your N panel and go to View, make sure the cam_UI is selected, and then go to, you can hit number pad 0. Oops. Oh, I had it toggle off. You can hit number pad 0 and it'll bring it back. Or you can go to View, Cameras, and Active Camera, and it'll bring it back. So, but just try and keep your shift button selected so it doesn't get all crazy. So that's the basic rig. Picker. You can also toggle the two main layers. So you see right now main is selected. That's the main layer that you use to move all your parts of the body. So you can hit G to move her hand. Click that, G to move her hand. So you can get her hand moving. Or you can also toggle the secondary layer here, so you get these more granular controls. So for example, with just the main layer, you have the ability to open and close her eyes. Where is it? Right here. So you can kind of open and close the eye. With the secondary layer on, then you have all these extra small controls where you can change just part of her eye. So you can do something like, that. It's also important to note that with the pose library that comes along with your file, if you want to use any of these pre-made poses for the face, make sure you have the main and secondary layer turned on. So for example, if you want to pose the eyes, you can grab the eye bones here, shift control drag to, shift click to unclick the bones you don't want, and then go to like eyes closed, and the eyes close. So that's that. Same thing for the mouth. If you want to grab the mouth, make sure main and second are turned on. Then shift drag around all the mouth bones here, and then go for, let's see here, mouth, mouth, big teeth. And so she's, oops, I forgot the chin. So make sure you grab the chin too. There, she's smiling. So let's put her back here. So that's the basic Gui Picker. And you can play around with some of these things. Oh, I guess it's good to point out the IKFK. Let's go to the main only. Oops. Okay, so for the hand right now, it's defaulting to IK. So if you hit G and move it around, the arm moves along with it. If you want to go into FK mode, hit N. Make sure you have part of the arm selected. So we've got the hand selected here. Then go to Tools and switch it to from IK to FK. So right here, you can click the Snap IK FK toggle. Now you see this extra bone here appears for the arm. So if I hit G to move it, it just moves the hand. So before it moved the whole arm. So now you can rotate this FK style. Okay, so let's put it back. Put this back. Okay. And there are other features. You can just play around with it here. So for example, you can if you rotate the head, the eyes keep pointing at the eye target here. But you can switch the eye target on or off. So if you turn it off, then the eyes will always follow the direction of the head. And so there are a few other features that come with this rig. Let's turn this back on. And this rig is made by the plugin called Auto Rig Pro, and I have links in the description that you can see all the features of this rig. And this this Blender file also comes with the free version of Auto Rig Pro, so you can use all the features made with this rig and the proxy picker. So I think that's the basics of the rig. Oh, you know what? There's more. So let's hide that. So as I said, these two are the main layers, which correspond to these two layers here. There's also a control for the hair. So for basic movements or walking around or something, this is the only bone you need for the hair. There's a bunch of bones in the file, but with just this one sphere, the hair, you can move the bottom of the hair and the rest of it kind of stays in place, and it flows kind of nicely. So that's really the main bone you need. And that's on this main layer right here, this top layer. These three layers are for more granular control of the hair. So say you wanted, I don't know, part of the hair blowing separately, you can click this layer here and click this bone here, and you could, make it move separately like that or something. You can't push it too far, it'll start to break down a bit, but you can do it partially. And you can see all of these hair bones. There's so many bones, if you toggle them all on, it's really confusing because it's just a whole slew of bones. So you can see each, I guess, string of bones is colored the same color, and they kind of have the same shape. So this little front strand here all has blue with the big spike on it. So you can kind of see what you're doing a little better. But again, that's only if you want individual control of the pieces of hair. But for the most part, you probably only need the main hair control, which is right there. So let's put her back the way she was. A Alt G R S. And let's show just the main layer. There's an irritating glitch that happens because of how I set this rig up here. And so sometimes if you toggle some of the layers for the rig on and off, so this character 1 underscore rig, if you toggle it on and off, sometimes you'll get ghost images that appear. So it's not happening, but I will manually do it. So sometimes you'll get something like this. So you can see this little hand appears here, which doesn't line up with the picker hand. And you'll see also this line around the mouth and a bunch of extra words appear up over here. So those are supposed to be off, but I just hid them. But if they appear by accident, just go into your rig here, open up your character1.rig, look for this collection called unused UI parts, and just toggle it back off again, and then you'll be good to go. So let's look at her outfits here. So this is the outliner here. And you can see here, So these are the lights in the camera. And this is the beach scene. So let's see here. So this file comes with a really rudimentary beach scene. You've got a surfboard, a little bit of sand, a towel, and an extra pair of slippers just sitting there. So this is kind of fun if you want to do some quick renderings. It's just an extra. Let's turn that off. So here's the California girl, and let's look at her clothing here. So in this folder here, this Cali clothing, these are her outfits. So this first outfit is her lifeguard outfit, and you can see if you open the drop down, there's some options. So her main sweatshirt is off the shoulder. It's kind of cute. You can hide that. Like say if you want to do a rendering and you don't want to use this one, you can drag this to unused, so it hides it. There's another sweatshirt in here. So let's see, let's hide the off the shoulder. Yeah, so this other sweatshirt is fully on the shoulder, so it's a little more modest. But it's nice because you can make a new texture map for the sweatshirt and have your own sweatshirt. So you can have it on the shoulder or off the shoulder. So let's put this back the way it was, off the shoulder, back down here, and we will hide the unused. So make sure when you're doing your renderings, you have the unused folder here checked off, not just visibly turned off, because this will still render it. You have to have it checked off. That's kind of nice because you can customize your own outfit. So if you want to, have her, without her sweatshirt on, you can just drag that there. Drag. Oh, it's turned off, so I can't drag it in there. So grab the sweatshirt and drag it in there. Or if you can't do it for some reason, just hit M and go to California Girl, California Clothing, Lifeguard, and Unused, and it moves it over there. And then you can turn it off and you can do renderings with her swimsuit and shorts on. Okay, so let's put this one back again. Hide Unused. Okay, so that's her first outfit. And she's got a swimsuit, sweatshirt, she's got shorts, and rainbow slippers. And this is a classic California outfit. There are a ton of lifeguards in California because we got lots of beaches. So the second outfit is the dress outfit here. So we can turn that one on and then turn off the lifeguard outfit. So this is her dress outfit if she wants to go out for a night on the town. You can see she's got high heels, but it's poking through the ground. So if you want to use the high heels, you have to grab her rig, go to pose mode, A to select all, and then there's a preset pose here. So if you look in the pose library, there's base pose with high heels. So click that. And now she's posed with her super mega high heels. Okay, so let's put that back to base. And here. And all these parts are individual. So if you want to toggle off her shoes, you can make an unused folder and toggle it off. So you can have, she can bare feet walk in the sand. Let's put that back. Since we're talking about outfits, we can talk about the colors. So if you go to let's turn off pose mode and go to shading. And grab her dress. Let's toggle that on so you can see that we're grabbing the dress. And most of the items here, or a lot of the items have color options. So if you grab the dress, you can see here, base color is the primary color. And so this dress has 4 different texture maps. So you can see here, she's got a pink one on. You can change it to blue. And so she's got a blue dress. And you'll see there's a group showing each item is different, but it kind of shows you, okay, these are the 4 colors. You can grab one and drag it on. So colors here, let's put the lifeguard out. Oh, let's show the other outfits. Okay, so we've got, so those are the 2 main outfits. The lifeguard and the dress are the main outfits. And those they work in Blender, but they also are in the VRM files and in the Unity files and the FBX files. So what I'm going to show you now are the extra outfit things here. So if you toggle this on here, toggle off the outfits. So there's a bunch of extra clothing here that's, these are old assets I had sitting around, and I rigged them really quickly just, to do some fun renderings. And I thought since I had them, I might as well, give them to you guys too. So there are a bunch of extra items. These don't have any kind of extra colors. They are the way they are. They're rigged okay. They work pretty well, but they're not perfect. I just did them enough so I can do a rendering. You can see a lot of them have 2 different versions. So this tank top has a rigged version and a surface deform version. So sometimes I use surface deform, and sometimes it's a quick and dirty way to rig tight clothing, and it works pretty good also. So some of the extra clothing items have 2 versions. The surface deform versions, you can't use a surface deform to export to another program. So if it's just surface deform, you will have to rig it yourself and weight paint it yourself. The ones that are rigged, like this one here, you'll have to check it to make sure it's bending okay, because these are all not perfect. So let's see what she's got here. She's got a tank top. She's got a spaghetti top here. She's got, let's see here. She's got a pair of pink panties, and here is I think this is the blue one. Blue one. She's got some shorts. So let's hide that. She's got some rolled down shorts. And another pair of shorts. She's got a dress from the toy model I made a little while ago. So you can hide these. So that's a nice dress. Let's put that back on. Hide that. What else has she got? She's got a sleeveless top. So we can hide the spaghetti top. She's also got a skirt with a pair of little tiny panties there. She's got some flat shoes here. These are little simple shoes. Oh, and she's got a cell phone here. This is a Nokia cell phone from back in the day. Let's see here. Then there is this here is the body offset used for all of the outfits that have a surface deform. So you can leave that off. Oh, and there's a long sleeve cropped shirt here. So let's hide our sleeveless top. She's got a tied crop top. So I think those are all the outfits. So again, these are all just extra outfits I had sitting around for other projects. I just dumped them in here. And again, these are not in the Unity or the VRM files. Just the lifeguard and the dress are in the VRM files. So let's go back to our modeling window here. So most of these things have a sub D modifier on them. And so this one's actually it's turned on for rendering. So this camera here means a sub D will be turned on for rendering. Sub Ds make the whole thing smoother. And this one here is for real time. So if you turn it on, it's much smoother. So for the most part, they're on by default. So it looks nicer. But if you're setting up some animations and you know the file looks okay, then just turn them off. You can see it gets choppy. It gets smooth when it's on, it's choppy when it's off. But if you turn them all off, then it's just everything runs smoother, and then you can do your poses and it's just more responsive. So that moves much better. When it's turned on, let's turn them back on. You can see it's a lot slower. On, so I recommend you turn them off when you're actually setting up your animations or poses, and turn them back on again if you want to, preview it with your preview window, your rendered mode. So that's that. What else is there? There is so these models, this model is not, it's made so that for flexibility, so you can toggle the outfits on and off or the hair on and off. But I tweaked the head so that the hair fits better. So let me find, if you open the body and the hair and turn it off. Okay, so this is with her hair off. If we grab the body here, we can go into the mesh details or mesh properties. So I have a shape key here that makes the head smaller so that it fits the hair better. So if you want to do different hair, or show her with shaved hair like that, you would turn this off. Okay, so since we're looking at the mesh properties, let's go and take a look at this some more. We'll turn our hair back on. Okay, so if you grab the mesh, you'll see the shape keys on this mesh. There's a bunch of them here. So these up on top all have they have automation built into it. So for example, the elbow here, when you move the hand, or if you move the arm so the elbow, the arm closes. Let's see, let's do this here. If you go and look at that number here for the mesh, you'll see that this increased. So it was 0. So this one here, the right elbow. Why does that say? Yeah, the right elbow is at 0. The shape key is not used at all. With the elbow that's bent, it's at 20%. And so this allows you to make things look nicer when your limbs are bent to extremes. So these are all these purple ones. They're all automated. You shouldn't need to use them at all. If you export this to another program like Unity, this automation is all gone, but the shape keys will still be in there. So you can, if you know how to do it in Unity, you can reset those. So those are those. This big list of shape keys down here is it's basically making poses. So a lot of programs use shape keys or blend shapes to do the facial animation, and they don't use bones. And so I put those in here so you can see here. Eyes angry, you can make the eyes. Did that do anything? Oh, you have to turn it on. So the eyes are angry. You can see it looks really weird because you have to do the shape key for the main mesh plus the eyelashes. So the eyes angry, and turn that on. Right, so now she's got angry eyes, and you can use this in another program that uses shape keys or blend shapes. You probably want to, if you're going to use them like that, you probably want to grab your eyelashes and your mesh and hit Control-J to join them into one whole object. So this way you only have to change the shape key once. But for flexibility, I separated these because if you have a subsurface scattering turned on for the skin, it makes, and you have hair intersecting the subsurface skin, it makes it render funny, so I had to separate them. Otherwise I would have left it connected. All the textures are baked into the file, so it makes gigantic file sizes, but it kind of foolproofs it so you're not looking for files. I've had problems where sometimes I'll lose a file. So this Blender file comes with a folder with all the textures in it. So if you go into the rendered mode and you see things that are pink, that's because it's missing a texture. So to remap it, go to File, External Data, and what was it? Find Missing Files, and navigate to your, let's see here, this folder here, the backup textures, and that's where it'll reconnect all the missing textures if something's pink. So that's the walkthrough of the California Girl Blender file. Hopefully that gives you a nice jump start so you can use the California Girl with your projects. Thanks.